and wait through the daylight. Sit back and wait through the daylight. Sit and slide on subway grades. These shoes are cool, man, ice skates. Fall through like change in the daylight. Fall through like change in the daylight. I miss ya, the lines in my road. Some call it on monochrome. Maybe I'll paint them in myself. 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 These sidewalks slick with brimstone. Building walls and in the payphone. It rings like all through the daylight. It rings like all through the daylight. Daylight, we could try to make now, but someday I'll see without these frames. And in the daylight, I don't pick up my phone. 'Cause in the daylight, anywhere feels like home. I have my plots in my life, and only one has the top right. I'll just unplug it for today. I'll just unplug it for today. Open hydrant, roll the windows. This call might make it the upload. And flow down Grand Street in daylight. 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 And with just half of the sunburn, new yellow love that I earned. Step back and here comes the nighttime. Step back and here comes the nighttime. Daylight, we could try to make now, but someday I'll see without these frames. And in the daylight, I don't pick up my phone. 'Cause in the daylight, anywhere feels like home. We cut the legs off of our pants, threw our shoes into the ocean. Sit back and wait through the daylight. Sit back and wait